watching every single video. These will be hopefully coming out once every 3 days. Today's video is sponsored by Yofuku Limited. Once again, you can go to yofuku.ltd or click on any of the links below to go to specific shops to get the different design. The Yofuku Limited makes all sorts of different designs, mainly for t-shirts, but you can also get them on mugs, pillows, blankets, all sorts of other weird random things. Let's start with part 8 of the Mueller Report. Continuing, on November 3rd, 2015, the day after the Trump Organization transmitted the LOI, Sater emailed Cohen suggesting that the Trump-Moscow project could be used to increase candidate Trump's chances at being elected, writing, "Buddy, our boy can become president of the USA and we can engineer it. I will get all of Putin's teams to buy in on this. I will manage this process." Michael Putin gets on stage with Donald for a ribbon cutting for Trump Moscow, and Donald owns the Republican nomination and possibly beats Hillary, and our boy is in. "We will manage this process better than anyone. You and I will get Donald and Vladimir on the stage together very shortly. That's the game changer." Later that day, Sater followed up. "Donald doesn't stare down. He negotiates and understands the economic issues, and Putin only wants to deal with a pragmatic leader, and a successful businessman is a good candidate for someone who knows how to negotiate. Business, politics, whatever it all is, the same for someone who knows how to deal." Footnote 320. November 2nd, 2015, email Cohen to Razov et al. Attachment year and after LOI. See also October 13, 2015, email Sater to Cohen and Davis attaching proposed letter of intent. Footnote 321. LOI B2. Footnote 322. The LOI called for the Trump Organization to receive 5% of all gross sales up to $100 million, 4% of all gross sales from $100 million to $250 million, 3% of all gross sales from $250 million to $500 million, 2% of all gross sales from $500 million to $1 billion, and 1% of all gross sales over $1 billion. Footnote 323. LOI Schedule 2. Footnote 324. LOI Schedule 1. Footnote 325. LOI Schedule 2. Footnote 326. Cohen, September 12, 2018, 3 Footnote 327. November 3rd, 2015, email Sater to Cohen, 12:14 p.m. Continuing. "I think I can get Putin to say that at the Trump-Moscow press conference. If he says if we own the election, America's most difficult adversary, agreeing that Donald is a good guy to negotiate, we can own this election. Michael, my next steps are very sensitive with Putin's very, very close people. We can pull this off. Michael, let's go. 2 boys from Brooklyn getting a USA president elected. This is good, really good." According to Cohen, he did not consider the political import of the Trump-Moscow project to the 2016 U.S. presidential election at the time. Cohen also did not recall candidate Trump or anyone affiliated with the Trump campaign discussing the political implications of the Trump-Moscow project with him. However, Cohen recalled conversations with Trump in which the candidate suggested that his campaign would be a significant infomercial for Trump-branded properties. 2. Post-LOI contacts with individuals in Russia. Given the size of the Trump-Moscow project, Sater and Cohen believe that the project required approval, whether express or implicit, from the Russian national government, including from the presidential administration of Russia. Sater also stated that he therefore began to contact the presidential administration through another Russian business contact in early negotiations with the Trump Organization. Sater had alluded to the need for government approval and his attempts to set up meetings with Russian officials. On October 12, 2015, for example, Sater wrote to Cohen that all we need is Putin on board and we're golden, and that a meeting with Putin and top deputy is tentatively set for the 14th of November. Redacted for grand jury. This meeting was being coordinated by associates in Russia, and that he had no direct interaction with the Russian government. Approximately 1 month later, after the LOI had been signed, Lana Urkova emailed Ivanka Trump on behalf of Urkova's then husband, Dmitry Klykov, to offer Klykov's assistance to the Trump campaign. Klukov was at the time director of external communications for BJSC, Federal Grid Company of Unified Energy System, a large Russian electricity transmission company, and had been previously employed as an aide and press secretary to Russia's energy minister. Ivanka Trump forwarded the email to Cohen. He told the office that after receiving this inquiry, he conducted an internet search for Klukov's name, concluding incorrectly that Klukov was a former Olympic weightlifter. Footnote 528. Footnote 328. November 3rd, 2015. Email Sater to Cohen, 12:40 p.m. Footnote 329. Cohen, September 12, 2018, 302 at 3:04. Cohen, August 7, 2018, 302 at 15. Footnote 330. Redacted for grand jury. Sater, December 15, 2017, 302 at 2. Footnote 331. Sater, December 15, 2017, 302 at 3:04. Footnote 332. October 12, 2015, email Sater to Cohen, 8:07 a.m. Footnote 333. Redacted for grand jury. Footnote 334. Ivanka Trump received an email from a woman who identified herself as Lana E. Alexander, which said in part, "If you ask anyone who knows Russian to Google my husband Dmitry Klukov, you'll see who he is close to and that he has done Putin's political campaigns." November 16, 2015, email Urkova to iTrump, back on the main page. Between November 18th and 19th, 2015, Klukov and Cohen had at least one telephone call and exchanged several emails describing himself in emails to Cohen as a trusted person who could offer the campaign political synergy and synergy on a government level. Klukov recommended that Cohen travel to Russia to speak with him and an unidentified intermediary. Klukov said that those conversations could facilitate a later meeting in Russia between the candidate and an individual Klukov described as our person of interest. In an email to the office, Urkova later identified the person of interest as Russian President Vladimir Putin. In the telephone call and follow-up emails with Klukov, Cohen discussed his desire to use a near-term trip to Russia to do site surveys and talk over the Trump-Moscow project with local developers. Cohen registered his willingness also to meet with Klukov and the unidentified intermediary, but was emphatic that all the meetings in Russia involving him or candidate Trump, including a possible meeting between candidate Trump and Putin, would need to be in conjunction with the development and an official visit, with the Trump organization receiving a formal invitation to visit. Klukov had previously written that the visit by candidate Trump to Russia has to be informal. Klukov also previously recommended to Cohen that he separate their negotiations over a possible meeting between Trump and the person of interest from any existing business track, re-emphasizing that his outreach was not done on behalf of any business. Klukov added in second email to Cohen that, if publicized well, such a meeting could have phenomenal impact in a business dimension, and that the person of interest most important support could have significant ramifications for the levels of level projects and their capacity. Klukov concluded by telling Cohen that there was no bigger warranty in any project than the consent of the person of interest. Cohen rejected the proposal, saying that currently our LOI developer is in talks with VIP's chief of staff and arranging a formal invite for the two to meet. This email appears to be their final exchange, and the investigation did not identify evidence that Cohen brought Klukov's initial offer of assistance to the campaign's attention, or that anyone associated with the Trump organization or the campaign dealt with Klukov at a later date. Cohen explained that he did not pursue the proposed meeting because he was already working on the Moscow project with Sater, who Cohen understood to have his own connections to the Russian government. Footnote 335. November 16, 2015 email iTrump to Cohen. Footnote 336. Cohen, August 7, 2018, 302 at 17. During his interviews with the office, Cohen still appeared to believe that the Klukov he spoke with was the Olympian. The investigation, however, established that the email address used to communicate with Cohen belongs to a different Dmitry Klukov, as described above. Footnote 337. November 18, 2015 email Klukov to Cohen, 6:51 a.m. Footnote 338. In July 2018, the office received an unsolicited email purporting to be from Urkova, in which she wrote that at the end of 2015 and beginning of 2016, I was asked by my ex-husband to contact Ivanka Trump and offer cooperation to Trump's team on behalf of the Russian officials. July 27, 2018, email Ergova to Special Counsel's office. The email claimed that the officials wanted to offer candidate Trump land in Crimea, among other things, and unofficial meeting with Putin. In order to vet the email's claims, the office responded requesting more details. The office did not receive any reply. Footnote 339. November 18, 2015, email Cohen to Klokov, 7:15 a.m. Footnote 340. November 18, 2015, email Klokov to Cohen, 6:51 a.m. Footnote 341. November 18, 2015, email Klokov to Cohen, 6:51 a.m. I would suggest separating your negotiations and our proposal to meet. I assure you, after the meeting, level of projects and their capacity can be completely different, having the most important support. Back to the main page. By late December 2015, however, Cohen was complaining that Sater had not been able to use those connections to set up the promised meeting with Russian government officials. Cohen later told Sater that he was setting up the meeting myself. On January 11, 2016, Cohen emailed the office of Dmitry Peskov, the Russian government's press secretary, indicating that he desired to contact with Sergei Ivanov, Putin's chief of staff. Cohen erroneously used the email address pr_peskova@press.gov.ru instead of pr_peskova@prpress.gov.ru. So the email apparently did not go through. On January 14, 2016, Cohen emailed a different address, info@prpress.gov.ru, with the following message. Dear Mr. Peskov, over the last few months I have been working with a company based in Russia regarding the development of a Trump Tower Moscow project in Moscow City. Without getting into lengthy specifics, the communications between our two sides has stalled. As this project is too important, I am hereby requesting your assistance. I respectfully request someone, preferably you, contact me so that I might discuss the specifics as well as arranging meetings with the appropriate individuals. I thank you in advance for your assistance and look forward to hearing from you soon. 2 days later, Cohen sent an email to pr_peskova@press.gov.ru repeating his request to speak with Sergei Ivanov. Cohen testified to Congress and initially told the office that he did not recall receiving a response to this email inquiry and that he decided to terminate any further work on the Trump-Moscow project as of January 2016. Cohen later admitted, though, that these statements were false. In fact, Cohen had received and recalled receiving a response to his inquiry, and he continued to work on and update candidate Trump on the project through as late as June 2016. Footnote 342. November 19, 2015, email Klokov to Cohen, 7:40 a.m. Footnote 343. November 19, 2015, email Cohen to Klokov, 12:56 p.m. Footnote 344. Cohen, September 18, 2018 through 2/12. Footnote 345. FS00004. December 30, 2015, text message Cohen to Sater, 6:17 p.m. Footnote 346. January 11, 2016, email Cohen to pr_peskova@prpress.gov.ru, 9:12 a.m. Footnote 347. January 14, 2016, email Cohen to info@prpress.gov.ru, 9:21 a.m. Footnote 348. January 16, 2016, email Cohen to pr_peskova@prpress.gov.ru, 10:28 a.m. Back on the main page. On January 20, 2016, Cohen received an email from Elena Polyakova, Peskov's personal assistant. Writing from her personal email account, Polyakova stated that she had been trying to reach Cohen and asked that he call her on the personal number that she provided. Shortly after receiving Polyakova's email, Cohen called and spoke to her for 20 minutes. Cohen described to Polyakova his position at the Trump Organization and outlined the proposed Trump-Moscow project, including information about the Russian counterparty with which the Trump Organization had partnered. Cohen requested assistance in moving the project forward, both in securing land to build the project and with financing. According to Cohen, Polyakova asked detailed questions and took notes, stating that she would need to follow up with others in Russia. Cohen could not recall any direct follow-up from Polyakova or from any other representative of the Russian government, nor did the office identify any evidence of direct follow-up. However, the day after Cohen's call with Polyakova, Call me when you have a few minutes to chat. It's about Putin. They called today. Sater then sent a draft invitation for Cohen to visit Moscow to discuss the Trump Tower project, along with a note to tell me if the letter is good as amended by me or make whatever changes you want and send it back to me. After a further round of edits on January 25, 2016, Sater sent Cohen an invitation signed by Andrei Rabinsky of the company MHJ to travel to Moscow for a working visit about the prospects of development and the construction business in Russia. The various land plots available suited for construction of this enormous tower, and the opportunity to coordinate a follow-up visit to Moscow by Mr. Donald Trump. According to Cohen, he elected not to travel at the time because of the concerns about the lack of concrete proposals about land plots that could be considered as options for the project. Footnote 349. Cohen information 4.7. Cohen's interactions with President Trump and the president's lawyers were when preparing his congressional testimony are discussed further in Volume 1. See Volume 2. See Volume 2, Section 2, K3 Infra. Footnote 350. January 20, 2016 email Polyakova to Cohen, 5:57 a.m. Mr. Cohen, I can't get through to you both your phones. Please call me. Footnote 351. Cell phone records show a 20-minute call on January 20, 2016 between Cohen and the number Polyakova provided in her email. Call records of Michael Cohen, redacted for grand jury. After the call, Cohen saved Polyakova's contact information in his Trump Organization Outlook contact list. January 20, 2016. Cohen, Microsoft Outlook entry, 6:22 a.m. Footnote 352. Cohen, September 12, 2018, thread 2 at 2 to 3. Footnote 353. FS 00011. January 21st, 2016. Text messages. Sater to Cohen. Footnote 354. The invitation purported to be from Gen Bank, a Russian bank that was, according to Sater, working at the behest of the larger bank VTB and would consider providing financing. FS 0008, December 31st, 2015 text messages, Sater and Cohen. Additional information about Gen Bank can be found in front. Footnote 355. FS 0011, January 21st, 2016. Text message, Sater to Cohen, 7:44 p.m. January 21st, 2016. Email, Sater to Cohen, 6:49 p.m. Footnote 356. January 25th, 2016. Email, Sater to Cohen, 12:01 p.m. Attachment. Back to the main page. D. Discussions about Russia travel by Michael Cohen or candidate Trump, December 2015 to June 2016. 1. Sater's overtures to Cohen to travel to Russia. In late January, communication was neither the first nor the last time that Cohen contemplated visiting Russia in pursuit of the Trump-Moscow project. Beginning in late 2015, Sater repeatedly tried to arrange for Cohen and candidate Trump, as representatives of the Trump Organization, to travel to Russia to meet with Russian government officials and possible financing partners. In December 2015, Sater sent Cohen a number of emails about logistics for traveling to Russia for meetings. On December 19, 2015, Sater wrote, "Please call me. I have Evgeny Devoskin on the other line. He needs a copy of your and Donald's passport. They need a scan of every page of the passports. Invitations and visas will be issued this week by VTB Bank to discuss financing for Trump Tower Moscow. Politically, neither Putin's office nor Ministry of Veterans Affairs cannot issue invite, so they are inviting commercially/business. VTB is Russia's 2 biggest bank, and VTB Bank CEO Andrei Kostin will be at all meetings with Putin, so that is a business meeting, not political. Will be invited to Russian consulate this week to receive invite and have visa issued." In response, Cohen texted Sater an image of his own passport. Cohen told the office that at one point he requested a copy of candidate Trump's passport from Rona Gaff, Trump's executive assistant at the Trump Organization, and that Gaff later brought Trump's passport to Cohen's office. The investigation did not, however, establish that the passport was forwarded to Sater. Footnote 357. Cohen, September 12, 2018, 3:2-6-7. Footnote 358. CEG, December 1st, 2015, Sater email, Sater to Cohen, 12:41 p.m. Please scan and send me a copy of your passport for the Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Total records show that Sater was speaking to Evgeny Dvoskin. Call records of Felix Sater, redacted for grand jury. Dvoskin is an executive of Genbank, a large bank with lending focused in Crimea, Ukraine. At the time that Sater provided this financing letter to Cohen, Genbank was subject to U.S. government sanctions. See Russia/Ukraine related sanctions and identifications. Office of Foreign Assets Control, December 22nd, 2015, available at treasury.gov/research/ofac-enforcement/pages/2015-1222.aspx. Dvoskin, who had been deported from the United States in 2000 for criminal activity, was under indictment in the United States for stock fraud under the aliases Eugene Slusker and Gene Schuster. See United States v. Rizzo et al. 203 CR 63 EDNY February 6, 2003. Footnote 360. December 19, 2015 email Sater to Cohen 10:50 a.m. FS 0002. December 19, 2015 text messages Sater to Cohen 10:53 a.m. Footnote 361. FS 0004. December 19, 2015 text message Cohen to Sater ERT_0198-258. December 19, 2015 text messages Cohen and Sater. Back to the main page. Into the spring of 2016, Sater and Cohen continued to discuss a trip to Moscow in connection with the Trump Moscow project. On April 20, 2016, Sater wrote Cohen, "The people wanted to know when you are coming." On May 4, 2016, Sater followed up, "I had a chat with Moscow, assuming the trip does happen. The question is before or after the convention. I said I believe, but I don't know for sure. That is probably after the convention. Obviously, the pre-meeting trip, you only can happen at any time you want, but the two big guys were the question. I said I would confirm and revert. Let me know about if I was right by saying I believe after Cleveland, and also when you want to speak with them about and possibly fly over." Cohen responded, "My trip before Cleveland. Trump once he becomes the nominee after the convention." The day after this exchange, Sater tied Cohen's travel to Russia to the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, an annual event attended by prominent Russian politicians and businessmen. Sater told the office that he was informed by a business associate that Peskov wanted to invite Cohen to the forum. On May 5, 2016, Sater wrote to Cohen, "Peskov would like to invite you and as his guest to the St. Petersburg Forum, in which is Russia's Davos. It's June 16th to 19th. He wants to meet there with you and possibly introduce you to either Putin or Medvedev, as they are not sure if one or both will be there. This is perfect. The entire business class of Russia will be there. He said anything you want to discuss, including the dates and subjects, are on the table to discuss." The following day, Sater asked Cohen to confirm those dates would work for him to travel. Cohen wrote back, "Works for me." Footnote 362. Cohen, September 12, 2018, 302.5. Footnote 363. On December 21st, 2015, Sater sent Cohen a text message that read they need a copy of DJT passport, to which Cohen responded, "After I return from Moscow with you with a date for him." FS 0004. December 21st, 2015 text messages so Cohen and Sater. Footnote 364. FS 000. FS 0014. April 20th, 2016. Text message Sater to Cohen, 9:06 p.m. Footnote 365. FS 0015. May 4, 2016. Text message Sater to Cohen, 7:38 p.m. Footnote 366. FS 0015. May 4th, 2016. Text message Cohen to Sater, 8:03 p.m. Footnote 367. Sater, December 15, 2017, 302.4. Footnote 368. FS 0016. May 5th, 2016. Text messages Sater to Cohen, 6:26 and 6:27 a.m. Footnote 369. FS 0016. May 6, 2016. Text messages Cohen and Sater. Back to the main page. On June 9, 2016, Sater sent Cohen a notice that he, Sater, was completing the badges for the forum, adding Putin is there on the 17th. Very strong chance you will meet him there as well. On June 13, 2016, Sater forwarded Cohen an invitation to the forum signed by the director of the Rus Congress Foundation, the Russian entity organizing the forum. Sater also sent Cohen a Russian visa application and asked him to send 2 passport photos. According to Cohen, the invitation gave no indication that Peskov had been involved in inviting him. Cohen was concerned that Russian officials were not actually involved or were not interested in meeting with him, as Sater had alleged. and so he decided not to go to the forum. On June 14, 2016, Cohen met Sater in the lobby of the Trump Tower in New York and informed him that he would not be traveling at that time. 2. Candidate Trump's opportunities to travel to Russia. The investigation identified evidence that during the period the Trump-Moscow project was under consideration, the possibility of candidate Trump visiting Russia arose in 2 contexts. First, in interviews with the office, Cohen stated that he discussed the subject of traveling to Russia with Trump twice, once in late 2015 and again in spring 2016. According to Cohen, Trump indicated a willingness to travel if it would assist the project significantly. On one occasion, Trump told Cohen to speak with then campaign manager Corey Lewandowski to coordinate the campaign schedule. Cohen recalled that he spoke with Lewandowski, who suggested that they speak again when Cohen had actual dates to evaluate. Cohen indicated, however, that he knew that travel prior to the Republican National Convention would be impossible given the candidate's pre-existing commitments to the campaign. Second, like Cohen, Trump received and turned down an invitation to the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum. In late December 2015, Mira Duma, a contact of Ivanka Trump's from the fashion industry, first passed along invitations for Ivanka Trump and candidate Trump from Sergei Prokhodko, a deputy prime minister of the Russian Federation. On January 14, 2016, Rona Graf sent an email to Duma stating that Trump was honored to be asked to participate in the highly prestigious forum event, but that he would have to decline the invitation given his very grueling and full travel schedule as presidential candidate. Graf asked Duma whether she recommended that Graf send a formal note to the deputy prime minister declining his invitation. Duma replied that a formal note would be great. Footnote 370. FS 00018. June 9, 2016. Text messages Sater and Cohen. Footnote 371. June 13, 2016. Email Sater to Cohen. 2:10 p.m. Footnote 372. FS 00018. June 13, 2016. Text message Sater to Cohen. 2:20 p.m. 6/13, 2016. June 13, 2016. Email Sater to Cohen. Footnote 373. Cohen, September 12, 302 at 6 to 8. Footnote 374. FS 00019. June 14, 2016. Text messages Cohen and Sater. 12:06 and 2:50 p.m. Footnote 375. Cohen, September 12, 2018 302 at 2. Footnote 376. Cohen, September 12, 2018 302 at 7. Footnote 377. December 21st, 2015 email Mara to Ivanka Trump 6:57 a.m. Attachments Trump org _16 _0057. January 7, 2016 email Trump to Graf at 9:18 a.m. Footnote 378. January 14, 2016 email Graf to Mara. Back on the main page. It does not appear that Graf prepared that note immediately. According to written answers from President Trump, Graf received an email from Deputy Prime Minister Prokhodko on March 17, 2016, again inviting Trump to participate in the 2016 forum in St. Petersburg. 2 weeks later, on March 31, 2016, Graf prepared for Trump's signature a 2-paragraph letter declining the invitation. The letter stated that Trump's schedule has become extremely demanding because of the presidential campaign and that he had already had several commitments in the United States for the first time of the forum, but that he otherwise would have gladly given every consideration to attending such an important event. Graf forwarded the letter to another executive assistant at the Trump Organization with instructions to print the document on letterhead for Trump to sign. At approximately the same time that the letter was being prepared, Robert Forsman, a New York-based investment banker, began reaching out to Graf to secure an in-person meeting with candidate Trump. According to Forsman, he had been asked by Anton Kubiakov, a Russian presidential aide involved in the Rus Congress Foundation, to see if Trump could speak at the forum. Forsman first emailed Graf on March 31, 2016, following a phone introduction brokered through Trump business associate Mark Burnett, who produced the television show The Apprentice. In his email, Forsman referred to his long-standing personal and professional expertise in Russia and Ukraine. His work setting up an early private channel between Vladimir Putin and former U.S. President George W. Bush, and an approach he had received from senior Kremlin officials about the candidate. Forsman asked Graf for a meeting with the candidate Corey Lewandowski or another relevant person to discuss this and other concrete things. Forsman felt uncomfortable discussing over unsecure email. and Kraft forwarded Forsman's meeting request to Jessica Mejia, another executive assistant to Trump. Footnote 379. January 15, 2016 email, Mirror to Kraft. Footnote 380. As explained in Volume 2 and Appendix C on September 17, 2018, the office sent written questions to the President's Council. On November 20th, 2018, the President provided written answers to those questions through Council. Footnote 381. Written responses of Donald J. Trump, November 20, 2018, at 17. Response to a question for Part E. Documents show that Ms. Kraft prepared for my signature a brief response declining the invitation. Footnote 382. Written responses of Donald J. Trump, November 20, 2018, at 17. Response to question for Part E. See also Trump org _16 _00134. Unsigned letter dated March 31st, 2018. Footnote 383. Trump org _16 _00134. Unsigned letter. Footnote 384. Trump org _16 _00133. March 31st, 2016 email Kraft to Makia. Footnote 385. Forsman, October 17, 2018. 302 at 3 to 4. Footnote 386. See Trump org _16 _136. March 31st, 2016 email Forsman to Kraft. See also Forsman, October 17, 2018. 302 at 3 to 4. Footnote 387. See Trump org _16 _00136. April 4, 2016 email Kraft to Makia. And that is it for today's video. I would like to thank you so much for watching this and for watching every video. Now we have hours of this stuff up on YouTube, and it's going to be a while longer to get the rest. Looks like I'm about 1/5 done right now, or 1/6 done. So I can look forward to a whole bunch more videos. But yes, you can go to the links down below. Yofuku Limited, YOUFUKU.LTD as well, and get yourself some fancy t-shirts. These are some designs that I like. And I will see you in the next video.